him. His heart thudded painfully in his chest as he tried to process what he'd just seen, his own father with Tanya. The betrayal was suffocating. He couldn't tear his eyes away from them, as though if he stared long enough, it might all make sense. But it never would. His breath came in shallow gasps, his vision blurry with the sting of tears he refused to shed. His body moved on autopilot, a blind reaction to the chaos in his head. He took another step back, away from the scene in front of him, still struggling to breathe, still fighting to escape the weight of his own emotions. Then, without warning, his foot caught the edge of the stairwell. His heart froze, the world spinning around him in slow motion as his body tipped backward, arms flailing, trying to grab hold of something, anything, to stop the inevitable. His father and Tanya screamed in unison, their voices desperate, but it was too late. "Ryan, stop." The words were lost to him as his body careened backward, the sharp edge of the stairs catching him off guard. He hit the ground with a sickening thud, the impact rattling through his bones, and then silence. He didn't move. He didn't breathe. And as the room around him descended into chaos, the only sound left was the distant echo of his father's voice, broken, pleading. Brian rushed to him, his hands shaking as he reached for Ryan, but it was too late. Tanya stood there, her hands clasped tightly to her mouth, her face pale as she watched the man she loved and the man she had once promised herself to, both lost in an instant. The guilt weighed heavy on her chest, unbearable. She had wanted to stop it all, to end the forbidden relationship, to do the right thing. But now everything was shattered, and Ryan was gone. Brian looked down at his son, his body lifeless, and in that moment, everything he had done, the decisions, the choices, the betrayals, came crashing down. He had lost his son, his own flesh and blood, and it was his fault. "Ryan," Brian whispered, the name escaping his lips like a prayer, but there was no answer. Tanya stood still, unable to move, unable to speak. She had been the cause of it all. The affair, the lies. And now, Ryan, she had lost him too. Tears streamed down her face as she looked between the two men, her fiancé and his father, both of them shattered by her actions. Her heart felt hollow, broken in ways she couldn't explain. In the dim light of the hotel room, silence lingered, heavy, suffocating, and final. The forbidden love they had shared, the choice they had made, had all led to this moment. And in the stillness of that night, everything, every whisper, every stolen touch, was forever lost. And Ryan would never come back. Thank you for watching.